we're back in our spot we were this morning. See, we got this beautiful little clearing I've put in here. I've left some taller stuff just for quail and things like that, rabbits. I cut it every other year, but I leave this big clearing in here, and my trail cam's right there. And as you saw, we've got 2 bucks coming in here on camera. We shot one of them this morning. The other one comes in here, he's a good bit bigger, and he comes in about 5:30 to 6:30. So we're gonna stay here and hunt as hard as we can right here today, because the cabin's right there. So after a couple days, they figured out, and they kind of pattern around you. So I like to get over here first thing and kind of like, if there's some deer working it, get them, you know. So that's what we're gonna do. But that's the beauty of a trail cam is, you know, when you got those trail cams, I haven't been up here in 2 weeks, and I just let it run the whole time. Batteries last forever in trail cams these days. And I had like over 800 pictures of crows and squirrels and all kinds of stuff. But most importantly, I could pattern these deer a little better because I'm not here every day and I don't know what they're doing. So you got an idea of like historical patterns, but it's nice to have a couple cameras out if you can do it. So we're gonna stick around and see if we can get on this other one that's been hanging out here. We'll find out. Stay tuned. Matt. Holy cow, I hope I got that on camera, guys. Whew. Matt. So I'm gonna give this one a little more time than the one this morning, just because of what happened. If I wouldn't have jumped that deer this morning, he would have died 10 yards in the tree line. Instead, I had to drag him through like 200 yards of cut over. So that was a pretty deer. That was a big deer. Hopefully he's that big when I get up close to him, but he looked like a shooter to me, guys. And I think he crashed, but you just never know. So, well, not the video clip I want to make. Cannot find that deer. Found some blood. Not a lot of blood. I don't get it. He was 30 yards broadside. I put it right where it should put it. I just don't know, man. Went looking for him. Kind of gave him a little while. Went looking for him. Found some more blood. Followed it for a little bit. Got dark. He's back in some stuff that's so thick that I had to crawl on my hands and knees through parts of it. And when you got a headlamp on, every tree casts a shadow. It's just impossible to see through there. So it's like 60 degrees tonight. He's not going to be any good to eat tomorrow, unfortunately. But I think the best thing to do is probably just go look for him in some daylight. Hopefully we can find him. But I am sick over this one. I mean, that's probably one of the nicer deer we've seen on the property. And when they give you a 30-yard broadside shot like that, I mean, that should be a game over. Shot felt good. I mean, I just knew I was going to walk 20 yards in the woods and find him dead laying there. And the less blood I found, the more concerned I got. But we'll see. Good morning to you guys. So ended up sleeping in this morning. I woke up at 5:15 to go head to the stand. It was pouring down rain. Last time I went out and pouring down rain, the muzzleloader had all kinds of issues, so I could have got to a stand and been dry after I was there, but it was pouring. So I said, you know what, all that stomping around here today, I'm just going to sleep in, get my energy. I'm going to go look for this deer again. Now, of course, it's washed all the blood trail away. Fun. But we're going to try. I'm not going to give up yet. So I'm going to go hunting around looking for this deer and we'll see if we can find him. Major disappointment. Tracked it in there for about 2 hours. Was just about to give up. Found some really good puddle of blood. I'm guessing that's where he bedded down last night. But it wasn't enough to that alone wouldn't have been enough to kill him. But took another 30 steps and I jumped him. So he's still alive after, I don't know, 15 hours, 16 hours. Probably not a very good shot. So that's that, you know. Sometimes that happens. It'll eat you up. It'll make you sick. But there's nothing I would have done different other than had a better shot, I guess. I don't know. I put it right where I should have. That's the beauty of black powder sometimes. Anyway, getting things together. I'm going to go sit in a different spot this afternoon up in one of our tower stands and see if some other deer comes out, and just leave this whole area alone over here because I've walked all through those woods for 6 hours now probably. So we're gonna let that rest and go somewhere completely different. This is when it's nice to have the tower stand. There was a 20% chance of rain this afternoon, and it's rained about 5 times already. So, while I haven't seen anything, at least I'm staying dry. Well, that wraps up day 1, day 2 of hunt camp here at the cabin. Wish the second day would have been a little more eventful with us finding that deer, but we're gonna close it out with cooking some deer meat, so that's always a bonus in my book. Forgot and left all my frozen meats that I was gonna bring with me at the house, so really this is my fresh source of protein other than some hot dogs I picked up. So tonight's meal gonna be plain and simple. We got some beautiful looking tenderloin steaks, thin sliced potatoes, a couple onions. I'm gonna make some home fries, and we're gonna do this all in the cast iron with some butter. This should be delicious. There you have it. One pan, some delicious looking deer steaks, home fries, fried onions. And the reason I made so much is because tomorrow I'm actually got some ramen up here. I'm just gonna chop up some steak, save a little bit of onions, a little bit of potatoes, throw it in ramen, maybe put a couple other vegetables if I can find anything else to put in there, and yeah, make dinner the second night with all the stuff I cooked the first night, so I don't have to sit here and cook all over the next night. So I should just be able to boil some water, make ramen, chop some stuff up, chuck it in there, and boom, dinner for 2. So there you have it. I'm gonna sit down and eat some grub. Well, what better place to end up in than the kitchen to end this episode? Great trip. I've had a couple days to reflect on it. At first I was pretty sour about it because that second deer, but you know what? Overall, weekend was a huge success. I had a blast, saw a lot of deer, ended up taking a decent little 8-pointer. And while that one got away that I shot and I feel bad about it, that is black powder hunting. Sometimes you get a flyer and it just, and you know, it could be off, and it happens. And I just gotta accept that. Maybe work on dialing it in even better next year. We'll see. But what I do have to show for this is some amazing bounty here. Look at this. 7 packs of deer burger, 6 packs of breakfast sausage, 6 packs of deer chorizo, a beautiful deer steak, a whole bag of deer jerky, like 4 pounds of deer jerky coming up, and I made 20 packs of these little single serving individual baggies for my dog, and we're just gonna serve that to him raw. I got most of them in the freezer except for this one for tomorrow, but I'm just gonna supplement his food with it. The vet said it's great for him. It's lean, it's high in protein, you know, as long as they're not allergic to it or anything crazy like that, it's supposed to be really good for him. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and tune in for our next adventure. I hope you enjoyed this one, and have a great night.